Look over here.
The way we all forgot.
I certainly did not. I was prepared, I was ready, and I was ready to do so.
You know what?
I was not. I'm not even gonna lie. I was not prepared.
My bad. It is what it is.
I forgot what we were doing. I'm like,
Good morning.
good morning.
Good morning. It certainly is a morning. And sometimes it just be one of those mornings, y'all. Sometimes it just be one of those mornings. But you know what? We're here, we're alive, and we're talking about some purple brackets. So that's all that really matters in the world. Well, there's other things that matter in the world. Important things that matter in the world. But, you know, right now we're talking about looks. So, hello, everyone. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. And welcome to...
Look over here.
Our exclusive companion series where we are diving into the looks from episode 7 of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 10 Tournament of All-Stars. I'm Logan, where I say something gay. I've got with me today an iced coffee. Oh my goodness. And of course, my Corey King tumbler. I'm shaking the little bit of ice that I have left because most of it is melted by now. We've got caramel coconut kind of situation going on here today. It's very lovely. I'm feeling very purple, even though I am wearing burnt orange. And I'm very excited to talk about looks.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Lana, your resident evil diva. I'm here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. Sure. I am drinking my purple extra sweet tea, period. And I also have my mug. And you can get your cup mug at longviewscreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so they say, so there's no excuses. Get your cup mug, period. And thank you.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on The Cup. And today I am drinking some iced coffee. Well, not iced, just cold. And I also have some water because we need to hydrate.
Absolutely.
Yes, God. Yes, God. Well, we are here. It is our purple bracket. We feel at home here because, you know, everything is purple here, at least on this channel.
Love purple.
Love
Love
purple. But yes, we're talking about some fabulous entrance looks and our design challenge for this week on All Stars 10. If you did not check out our full episode recap with the lovely, fabulous, stunning, and very, very opinionated Miss Freya Armani, I mean that in the most lovely way, because she spilled a lot of tea with us, and I love her for it. Make sure to go check out our episode recap. She is an absolute delight. Go support Freya. Love her down. You can go check that out, available on the channel now. And otherwise, we're going to talk about these looks. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you're not already, because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. We've got 3 different rounds of cast assessments that we just did for 3 new drag shows coming out very, very soon. That being King of Drag, that's coming out later this month, June 22nd, 9 p.m. EST, over on Reverie. That will be available now, as well as our interview with Buck Wild, one of the contestants for King of Drag. Those are available on the channel right now. And over in the Drag Race universe, we've got Drag Race Brazil Season 2 and Drag Race France All-Stars. Those cast assessments have also dropped on the channel, so make sure to go check out both of those as well. And we are gearing up for the finale of Morbid Reinas Maldita, so you can check out our full season coverage of that available on the channel right now as well. You can also check out the description where you can find all 3 of our other YouTube channels. We are trying to hit 1,000 new subscribers across all of our channels by the end of the year, inspired by this evil diva over here. So go check out all of our channels, subscribe. Your support means the world to us, so thank you very, very much for all of your support, drag fans, and all of the fans of all of our channels. But yes, check out the description, subscribe here, subscribe to all of our channels, our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media links, our merch link are all down in the description below. So thank you. You're welcome. I always have to do the Tatiana. You're welcome. It feels fitting. But with that being said, we're not going to go to the runway first, even though we are technically going to go to the runway because
Yeah, kind of.
we've got some entrance looks to talk about, and we're going to talk about them in order of their entrance, which means we are going to start with
This is the most homosexual moment of my life.
Denali.
Absolutely. She really does make me feel very homosexual. I love Denali, and I really like this look. To me, this was an elevation, very much an elevation of her original entrance. I love the hair and makeup, especially, and the plumes, feathers that she has here is just so rich. And then the boot shoe with the what's the name with the ice skate thing? So good.
Ice skate, yeah.
Yeah. It was a little clunky to, the walk was a little, I get it. It's hard to walk on those, but it just like, the presentation was a little, but it's fine because it looked really cool. And I do like the actual garment that she's wearing. I just wish, like, the details are so pretty. Everything looks good. I just wish it wasn't a bodysuit. Maybe if it was like a mini dress or like just literally anything else. But I still like it. It is very Denali. She's a dancer. I get why she went with this silhouette. I just, to me, wanted to see something else. But it was still my favorite entrance. So
Yeah, I like this. I thought this was really cute. I like the jacket more than anything. Like that jacket is everything to me. I'm living for that. I think her hair and makeup is really good. I like the idea. I mean, I like the idea of the boot skate. Um, I agree that it was a little clunky, but I didn't mind that as much. What I wanted from this look, if you're gonna give me the boot skate, give me more of a dragged up. I don't even know how you can say it because I feel like all figure skating outfits are like drag outfits anyway.
yes.
Because figure skating outfits are nothing but a drag bodysuit anyway, and I love
Right.
it for it. So I wanted to get more, like, give me more of a figure skater, like give me a little skirt, little something at that bottom instead of making it just that bodysuit. But I still like it. I'm with you, River. It's a little nitpicky thing, but you still like it, and I still like it, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah, I think Denali came back in with such a strong entrance here. It's obviously a great homage to her season 13 entrance. So I loved, the continuing of the storyline here, I thought was really, really great. The boot skate, I think, was a really great elevation of the original thing that caused so much damage to the floors of the workroom originally. I wonder how much actual damage she did to the workroom. Like how much I always wonder how much that costs them to fix. But regardless, I agree in some ways with you, Lana. I think, it's a great ensemble, it's a great presentation from Denali, but there's still a little bit that I was like, I wanted to it's almost there, but I don't know what else I would add. But it's a great ensemble. I'm never gonna be mad at Denali in an ice skater themed ensemble. So I love this. I love that the ice skate boot went all the way up and that she made it a knee-high boot in this case.
Thigh high.
Or thigh high,
right?
sorry.
Like it's up there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a thigh high, sorry.
Yeah.
The jacket is stunning, the bodysuit is gorge, the wig is gorge, all of it. I'm a fan.
The hair, girl. We didn't talk enough about this hair. I just wanted to say it one more time. The wig is good.
The wig is so different for Denali too,
Okay.
and I was like, okay, girl, I see you, and I appreciate it. Scores.
87.
85.
88.
Because she ate.
Indeed.
Mhm.
Next up, Acid Berry.
First of all, this bitch had smoke coming out of her head. I just want to say that because I'm obsessed with this queen. I like this look, but it's toned down for Betty, right? But it's still good. For me, of course, my favorite part is the makeup and the headpiece. Of course, that's stunning, incredible, groundbreaking. And then the nails, I live. Um, I like the bodysuit that she has with like the what's that effect? I forgot. But anyway, like the effect that she has on the
Tie-dye more. A little
That
bit of
yes. But here's my thing. I wish that the black jacket is really cool and stunning, but it doesn't go with this outfit. Like I just wish that the jacket and the boot were in the same color palette as the orange and blue or the headpiece color palette. Like either of those two, I just didn't want to, why black? That was the one thing that bothered me. But I still like this look. I just the black doesn't make sense.
yeah. I feel that. I don't like the jacket. I'm be honest. I don't like the jacket with it at all. I was hoping it comes off and just like we're gonna have a reveal at the end of the runway, but it didn't. And I was like, okay. I love the hair and this makeup. Like everything about this hair and makeup is everything for me. The hair and the makeup is saving this entire look for me. And it's like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. I like it. I like it a lot. But I'm not a fan of the jacket. I don't know if it's the long tie that's going down halfway, did not hit the floor, but just halfway down the leg. Or it looks like it doesn't fit, or I don't know what it is that's bothering me about this jacket, but something is bothering me about this jacket. And I don't want it on her. I mean, I like the like silver lapels that she has on. I just don't know. It's something about the jacket that is really irking my nerves, and I don't know
mm.
why. I just really like the hair and the makeup, and I like the bodysuit underneath it. I wanted to see it
Mhm.
more, and it's just like I think I don't. The jacket is just irking my soul, but I still think she looks great. I just wanted the jacket off.
So here's where I'm at with it because I agree with a lot of what you both said. I think this concept works really well for me. It's kind of like alien business executive in a way that I really like, and that fits for me in the Acid Betty universe somehow. Like for some reason, it works. I agree with you both when it comes to the jacket as is here. What I wanted is I want the jacket to be double the proportion. Like make the jacket huge. Like I if you're gonna do this kind of jacket situation, I want it to be open. I agree with you, Lana, but I also want it to be like a giant jacket. Like play with proportion here. Like make because that's what I remember from Acid Betty the most from her original season was like the play with the proportion and the play with almost the absurd. And that's what I love about Acid's aesthetic. And here it just seems a little toned down. It seems a little almost demure for Acid Betty, which I don't associate her with being demure. Mindful, certainly, but not demure. So I would have just loved if the jacket was double the size, almost like trench coat sized. And then I think that maybe would have like played with the proportions a little bit more. I think that could have added to the ensemble, but I like the coat as is. I like the airbrush bodysuit underneath. Love the headpiece. Love the makeup. As is, it's not as effective for me as it could be, but I like the aesthetic and where she's going with it. I just think proportion could have been played with a little bit more, and I think that would have been fun. So, yeah, not bad, but definitely there could have been, there could have been more. Scores.
80.
78.
80. Next up, Alyssa Hunter.
Okay. I will start with what I don't like because I like most of it. The one thing that I don't like is the strings. Because it's not even like it's not even fringe. It's just it looks like when movie tape original like the movie tapes like come out, you know,
Mhm.
when you destroy a movie tape, that
Mhm.
Yeah.
it just seems like that. It just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. It's too long. There's two string. I was so mad when I like because without it, the dress and this shoulder, like the hair, it's so good without it. It's a great look, without the strings. And then I also don't really like this shoe. I don't like strappy shoes like this. Like to go all the way up the leg. Rarely looks good to me, but the hair and the makeup are stunning. The shoulder piece, the dress, everything is great, but choices, you know.
I mean, I will agree with you about the strings. I mean, Logan, I think we talked about this in the France cast assessment about somebody in their strings, and then that we didn't
It
like
was
it. I think,
Misty Phoenix.
yeah, you didn't like the Party City strings. Here you go again. It's more strings that didn't need to be there. I think this dress without the strings would have been just great. Like I love the pointed shoulders and the asymmetrical skirt and how it goes off to one side. I think this is a cute dress. I just don't think all the strings was necessary. Now I understand why. I guess she felt the string. It was, an effect, an illusion of some sort. But it just didn't work for me. It just felt a little. I think it cheapened the look a little for me. Um, I usually like strappy shoes with, and I don't mind these shoes with this skirt because I feel like it adds something for me to look at on the leg instead of putting on a simple pump and then have that mini dress with just a pump. It feels like the leg will be naked, I think, and with all those strings and things that she has on the dress, it makes sense with this look. It makes sense with this look.
Mhm.
Any other look, maybe not, but I don't mind the strappy shoes with this with all the strings on it. Without the strings on it, maybe. I don't know. But her hair and her makeup, this is why they have called themselves and other people have called them the trade. This is like I liked this person. I did not know this person before this bracket, but I liked this person. And I like her on this drag. She can be the face. I can tell you that she can be the face. Her mug is
Hmm.
beat, and I like it. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
I liked it.
Also,
So far,
when
so
you
good.
mentioned when you talked about the shoes again, Lana, I looked.
Hmm. Hmm.
She has her toenails painted red.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
She's
Now
her. Yep.
that I
I mean,
appreciate
if you
that.
if you go put your feet, your toes out, make sure you
Hmm.
paint your toenails now. Don't just have your toesies all out
Oh,
looking all
absolutely.
raw.
And did you notice that was she wearing the same earrings as Denali? Or was it just very similar? Because to
Oh,
me, I
okay. So she.
rewinded and I was like, this is the same earring.
I think they're similar. I think they're
But
a similar
Mhm.
yes, yeah.
style.
But the
Yeah.
earring is
Okay.
so cool. It's
Okay.
cool.
So I did say in the recap, this is still my favorite entrance look.
Okay.
I actually really like all the strings with this. Now, did they get caught up in this specific photo here? Yes. This is a shady ass photo. This is a shady ass photo, producers. Y'all did my girl Alyssa Hunter dirty here. Because on the runway when this was walking, she looked so fucking sickening in this. And I love all of the strings coming off here with the addition of the strappy shoe. I actually like if you're gonna go for the full thing, go for the full thing, and I really appreciated it. And I like that you brought up Misty from the French cast assessment, Lana, because specifically there, the strings that she had made no sense with her ensemble. Here, all of the string detailing makes sense because of everything that's going on, because you've got the strings going on the garment, you've got them coming down the back of the garment, and you've got the strappy shoe. So there's a whole motif going on here. Everything makes sense to me here. Now, exactly why is she doing it? I don't know, probably just because she's a slut, and I'm okay with that. I'm gonna just chalk it up to her being a slut, and that's great. And I love Alyssa Hunter because she's a slut, allegedly, and I love her for it. I love this though. The shoulder pieces are stunning. This hair is stunning. I love all of the body we're seeing from Alyssa. I am just so fucking thrilled to see Alyssa Hunter back on my TV because she is a goddamn delight. And this look is the tea for me. So, scores.
I also gave this an 80.
I give it an 80 as well.
89. Next up, Cynthia Lee Fontaine. Miss Cuckoo Geniality. I didn't realize this cuckoo was happening today.
I like Cuckoo as a person, as a drag queen in general. I like Cuckoo. I think she is beautiful inside and out as a person. The outfit, I do not like. I like the idea. I like the concept. The hair and the makeup are good. And I do like it I do like this neck piece around her. I just wish we could see just a little bit of her neck. Like just not full neck, maybe like half, a little bit. Just so her head didn't look like it was kind of floating, but maybe it's intentional, I don't know. The silhouette of the dress, the silhouette that we can see, I enjoy. Like I enjoyed that bottom part. But the fabric choice to me was not great for this particular silhouette. You could tell the way that it was walking on the runway, it did not flow well. She was kind of struggling with this bottom part, but in the photo, it looks gorgeous. What I don't like is the deck of cards. It looks cheap. I like the idea of it. The execution looks cheap. And then the frumpy thing around the waist. Why would you add volume around your waist? It doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes it can look good, right? It's not a rule per se, but here in this particular moment, it does not add to the look. It doesn't make it look better. It detracts for me. So it's not a bad look necessarily, but I didn't like it.
Well, yeah, I'm on the same lines. I'm not a fan of this look. Um, I understand what she was going for. I just don't think the execution of it is what I wanted to see. I don't like the stuff on the hips and the waist. It's just too much extra. It makes it look like it's way too much fabric for this gown. It makes her look wider. It adds so much volume where it didn't need to be added. Um, Not a fan of it. I mean, I like the silhouette, but I don't like the way the fabrics fall on it. Like, it's just too much. It makes it look like it's way more fabric than it probably is. And maybe it's this picture or whatever, but it's just, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I don't like the neck piece. I get what she was going for, but I'm not a fan of those ruffled necks. That's just a personal thing for me. I just don't like the ruffled neck look for anything. I will say that hair, that wig gives me life. It's giving to me. I'll take that. I don't know why I'm aware, but I'll take that too. Like, just give it to me. I'm collecting wigs throughout this season of
You're gonna
all.
wear it grocery shopping,
I'm gonna wear it all those places. I don't like I said, I'm just gonna collect a lot of wigs throughout this season of Drag Race because there's been some wigs that I'm just living for. And this is one of them. I love this. And her makeup is simple, but it's good. I like that. I agree with you about the cards. Not a fan. I, this is probably my least favorite look of this runway. But she does have redeeming qualities, but this was just wasn't it for me personally.
I like this more than both of you do. I definitely agree with the pitfalls, and I think the big thing here is the waist situation. But I think what I appreciate about this garment on Cuckoo specifically is you still get a lovely definition of her body. Like she still has
You can see the
shape in this
cuckoo.
garment. You can see the cuckoo. She's got a gorgeous shape in her waist. Like you still get body from her. And I at least appreciate that if you're going to add something to the midsection of a garment, at least if you still have like a good hourglass shape, which is what Cuckoo goes for in her drag now, Not what we saw in season 8 or season 9 necessarily. No shade. I love you, Cuckoo. I love you, Cuckoo. I am a Cuckoo defender. Make that very clear. But that's not necessarily what she was always going for on season 8 and season 9, but that is what she's going for now in her drag. So what I appreciate here is you still get that hourglass shape, even though she does have this kind of bulky midsection part. You're still getting that hourglass shape, and I do really appreciate that in this garment. Now, with all of that being said, I think the fabric choice is not translating on TV the way I want it to. I agree with you, River. It's not translating the way that I wanted to, but the overall garment and the ensemble, I'm actually really liking. I like that she went for this like Queen of Hearts aesthetic. I think that really works for Cuckoo. As a reintroduction to the Cuckoo experience, I think that's really fun. The cards weren't necessary, but I think it's dumb and campy, and I'm not too mad at it. Breasts up, I think, is kind of what I'm loving the most about this. I actually kind of love the neck piece because it then kind of has her with this floating head moment. I don't know. I'm kind of living for the floating head a little bit. I'm not going to lie. And I agree with you, Lana. Her makeup here, this is the best makeup I have ever seen on Cuckoo. Like, hands down without a question, and this wig is absolutely stunning. So yes, there are some pitfalls with this look. It's not translating the way that I want it to on TV, but it's not a bad ensemble by any means of the imagination here, for me at least. Scores.
68.
69.
Nice.
Thank you.
I'm going to give her an 80.
Okay.
Work.
Next up, Diabetica.
Okay. I have mixed emotions about this look because I love every single thing about this except that skirt. Everything else is perfect. I would not change anything about this look. It's perfect. But I hate that skirt. It's so honestly, it's ugly. To me, I think it's ugly. I think it's ugly. The shape, the X in the middle, I don't like the skirt. Everything else, obsessed. And the presentation just took it over the top for me. Like, it was so cool. For me, Daya had my favorite entrance overall with the presentation, but Denali had my favorite look. So that's where I'm at, because this I can't. But it's so cool. She looks like a cartoon character. Yeah, I just throw the skirt away, burn it. I don't care. Anyway. But I will say the wig and the shoes are my favorite part. The shoes are so cool. Oh.
She had me at a Converse knee high boot. Like, where you get a Converse knee high boot from? Because like, I want a Converse knee high boot. Like, where you get that from? Girl, hook me up with some Converse knee high boots. Hello?
I need that
I need that in
immediately.
my life, like right now. Give me some Converse knee high boots. I will rock them till the wheels fall off the boots. I promise you. I don't know where you get them from, but I want them. I think I agree with you about the skirt. It's not my favorite part of the outfit. I don't hate it as much as you. She
You're
doesn't
not
have
as
to.
passionate as me.
Right. She doesn't have to burn it for me. Like, you can put it on another time, maybe, change the shape of that top part what is going up. Like, you can fix that and it'll be fine. But I'm with you. I really like this look. I'm a fan of this like punk rocker-ish chic kind of fashion kind of thing. And this furry arm out of just nowhere, it's kind of cool. It's like, why do we need it? I don't know why we need it, but I'm glad it's there. And I don't want you to take it off because it's so cool. and then the pink in the front of the hair into the blonde, platinum blonde in the back. I'm a hero.
And the
I'm a
headphones
fan.
with the
And the
spikes.
headphones, it's like everything about this was so intentional and beautiful, and I loved it. I think it's such a cool look. But if she don't get me these knee-high Converse boots, I promise you, I'm gonna pass out. Give me these shoes.
Daya.
Daya, give me, tell me,
Hello?
or don't gatekeep. Tell me where you got them.
Hello?
Like,
Please
please tell me where you got them
send
so I
us the
can get
link.
them.
Please.
Please, I am like living for these Converse knee-high boots.
But
Everything
like
else,
it's the styling of it for me. Like
yeah, like,
she is so good. Damn.
and
Yeah.
it's a toe out. Like wait. You're like, oh no, it's not. It's not. I thought the toes was out. Maybe I was about to be like, wait, what? No, but okay, it's just the white in the
No.
front. It's just the white in the front. But please, Daya, I know you don't know me. I know you have like no idea who I am, and that's fine. I just really want these shoes. Where did you get them? How do I get
But
it?
but she does know the pod.
So hook me up, sis. How do I get those boots? Love if you could show me that. Thank you
Please,
very
and
much.
we thank you.
And we
And we
thank you.
thank you.
That's it.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I think this ensemble from Daya is sickening. A great way to reintroduce herself back on Drag Race. I mean, it hasn't been that long, obviously, but I love that she's just gone, nah, I'm going to just lean full on into just punk girl, early 2000s emo. Like, that is just what she does. That is what she's bringing. The one part of this that I don't love is whatever's going on in the left arm. That, like, neon
You don't
paint
like the furry thing.
situation. No.
Okay.
No, in this particular instance, no. Because for me, it's throwing off the rest of the ensemble, but otherwise, the rest of the ensemble is sickening. Like the hair, the headphones, the spikes, all of the fishnet,
The makeup.
the
We didn't even.
makeup.
Everything is so
the-
good that we didn't even mention the makeup.
Right.
Like,
The skirt, I understand what you're saying about the skirt. I don't find it nearly as egregious, but I think there could have been other skirt options that she could have explored that would have been better with the overall
Mhm.
ensemble. But for me,
I went in too much. I'm not that passionate about it. I just don't like it. I'm
fair.
Not, I just
But
did the most.
overall, the ensemble sickening.
You know what? You know
Huh.
what would have made this even sickening? If she would have turned that skirt into some hot pants. Some short, mini
There you
short.
go.
Baby, if you turn
That's
into
what I'm
some mini
saying.
short, some hot short, woo, some dukes,
Some leather
some leather
shorts.
shorts,
Like,
some hot
yes.
dukes, baby. It had them cheeks
With
hanging out the bottom.
with just the little bit of the butt coming out,
Little
like
bit of
just
cheek
the
up the
little.
bottom, just a little bit of that cheek coming out the bottom.
There you go.
She would have ate that up. She would have ate
That's
that
what I'm
up. It would have been close to 100 for me. It would have been close to 100 for me if she would have had that.
Well, now I must ask you your scores in that case.
Okay.
See, because now that that's what I love doing look over here. Because I'm like,
Mhm.
I thought Denali was my favorite. But now that I'm talking about it and thinking about it, and I'm like, actually, on second and third and fourth thought,
Yep.
I give it a 90.
All right.
I was going to give it a 90.
It's officially my favorite entrance look.
Absolutely. I was going to give it a 94.
Period.
Because just that minor change. Ooh.
88.
Her.
She ate.
She ate 8.
Indeed. And last up on the entrance looks, Ginger Minj.
I will not tolerate Ginger Minj hate. I love this queen. She is entertaining.
Yep.
And she looks good. Is her aesthetic my favorite? No. But does she look good? Absolutely.
We will not tolerate Ginger Minj hate on this podcast. We may not agree with all of the decisions made on this show, but do we think the bitch is sickening? Yes. Do we all love her aesthetic always? No. But do we think the bitch is sickening? Yes.
Yes. Exactly. She's entertaining us. Let's just enjoy it, please. The hair and makeup, it's Ginger. It's classic Ginger. Looks good. All of this is very polished. I like that she came in with the bag. That was it's cute. It's ginger. It's campy. I like it. Is it my favorite aesthetic? No, but this fabric is so stunning. I'm obsessed with this fabric. And it fits her good. Like it's well made. It looks expensive. The shoe is good. The one small thing that I would change about this is the length of the skirt. I wish it was right above or right over the knee. You know what I mean? Just either or, but this kind of mid shin, like under, like way under the knee length is kind of weird because she's already short. But other than that, it's good. It's polished.
I don't know this woman. Never seen this one before in my life. And so I don't have the history and the reverence that everybody on this podcast has for Ginger Minj. I'm sure she's a lovely woman. I'm sure she's a sickening queen. And I'm sure she's amazing at what she does. And so I will not ever disrespect her as the queen that she is. I will say, I don't know if it's this picture or if it's this look, but her head looks so huge but with this
It's
body.
it's the picture. I
It
promise you,
okay, because it looks like it don't fit.
this picture is homophobic. This
'Cause
picture is homophobic.
Not
well,
during Pride Month.
I was very confused as
This
I looked at
picture
this
is
picture.
homophobic. Ginger, I did not take this photo. I would like it to be very well known. I did not take this photo. Ginger, I'm so sorry for what the producers did to you and this photo. This is a bad photo.
Okay, thank you for letting me know
You're
because
very
I was
welcome.
very
Yes.
confused and I was looking at it. I literally picked up the iPad so I was like, maybe I'm looking at this wrong in this picture so I can get a better. It's just not. But okay, if this is a picture, then I will.
It's a
Okay,
very bad photo.
okay. But that does not take away from the fact that she looks like a rich conservative woman going to the Republican National Convention in this red,
Yes.
um, very shiny dress. Not dress, suit. Um,
Yes.
she looks like Tammy Faye Baker going to the Republican Party in this suit. Um,
So, Lana,
You clocked
um,
it. So
yeah, All Stars 2, her second season of All Stars, she did Tammy Faye Baker for Snatch Game. So you
that
clocked it. There you go.
okay, period.
Congratulations, Lana. You are the winner
you
of
get
this
it.
week's
You get the
Snatch Game
Then,
Minj.
challenge.
I get the Minj, then I get her.
You got
And
the
if that
Minj.
and if that is her aesthetic and that is what she
Yeah.
does,
Mhm.
then she did a good job at this because that is all I saw and that's all I see when I look at this picture. Am I a fan of the aesthetic? Not particularly. Um, but if that's what you do, girl, do you, and I'm gonna appreciate you for doing you. Um, because this makeup is a little harsh, but that's the aesthetic, and I'm gonna go with it. It's a nice. I love what I would do love about this is the fabric. I think the fabric is very good, really good fabric. I don't like these tights though. Like I wish it was not so pale white. I know that's probably her skin, but they look so pale white.
I don't think she's wearing tights, Lana.
It looks like tights.
I don't
It's
think
got to
she's
be
wearing.
tights. No, it looks like
No, baby.
tights.
No, baby. I don't think she's wearing tights.
You can't convince me those aren't tights. So we'll just agree to disagree
Well,
because I think she's wearing tights. I'm
No,
sorry.
actually, I think Ginger is a queen that wears tights. So I think you are right,
I'm
actually.
about to say you couldn't
yeah.
convince me of
In the
otherwise because
lighting, all the lighting of the stage always
This is just
messes
a
it up a little
homophobic
bit.
photo. So,
yeah,
It is.
the photo is homophobic.
but I just wish the tights were a little less white, pale
Yeah.
white, and more nude. Like I don't know. It's giving me flashbacks of when people would tell us to go to church when I was younger and they would
Uh-huh.
put tights on us and they
Uh-huh.
would and then when I got older I'm like, could we get tights that actually fit our skin tone? And then they would give us
Right.
like pale gray tights and I'm like, yeah, I hate it. I'm not a fan of tights, I'm
Cause
gonna be honest.
cause
So maybe
last
it's just
time
me.
I checked, Lana, let me double check. Cause last time I checked, I've known you for a while, but
Hmm.
last time I checked, your skin tone was not gray.
No, no,
No,
no.
you are beautiful. You are a beautiful, melanated, chocolate woman.
They use, and when I was in college, they said nude was the tights that we had to wear for our choir, and
And
nude
it was
was
white
supposed
nude,
to be
wasn't it?
right. It was supposed to be skin tone nude, but she specifically said nude tights. And when you put nude tights on me, it looks like
It's
that.
beige. It's
It's
beige.
beige. It's beige, and
It's white nude.
I was like, absolutely not.
Lana
So,
said, "Why
but
gotta be white?"
right, so I literally had to go and tell my choir teacher, like, I wear coffee or jet brown stockings. That's pretty much it. Or I don't wear
You
stockings
needed
at all.
as Bob the drag queen says, you needed black nude.
Which is coffee or jet
Yeah.
brown.
Yeah.
And
Indeed.
and when you go to a PWI all women's college, they don't understand it. But that's just it. But it's these types just trigger me. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ginger, not to go off on a
It
tangent
was
about your
very
types.
triggering.
I'm sorry that I went on that tangent, but I do like the fabric. But it's not my favorite aesthetic. But not my worst look. I think I like her look a little bit more than I like uh
Yeah,
Cuckoo's.
cool.
So
I mean, I have to say this is the best entrance look Ginger has had in 4 seasons.
okay.
So
That's for sure.
the one
For
thing
sure.
the Minj has not been successful at is an entrance look.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
you know, I was happy to see her come in a very well done, good ensemble for an entrance look. It gave me Tammy Faye immediately, Lana. That is immediately where I went as well. Knowing her backstory, knowing that she did Tammy Faye on All Stars 2, that's immediately where I went. She's just giving me businesswoman, ain't nothing going on but the rent. Like, that's where I went.
Period.
She's giving me 80s businesswoman.
Yep.
I ain't mad at the Minj here. That's all I'm
Avon
gonna
lady.
say.
She's giving me Avon lady.
Avon
Like,
lady.
period.
That is her realm. I
Got
think
it.
as you see more of the Minj, you're gonna enjoy a little bit more of Ginger. I think
Mhm.
the aesthetic here that we got in this episode is not indicative of the full Ginger Minj experience. So
Gotcha.
scores.
76.
70.
I gave her an 85 because this is the most complete entrance ensemble we have ever gotten from Ginger Minj.
Okay.
Fair.
Clean, concise,
Well done.
Insert,
Well done, Minj.
insert that Alyssa Edwards quote here because that's how I feel. So,
Okay.
and with all that being said, now it is time for us to go to the runway.
Mhm.
Well, who would have thought in a lineup of 5 fabulous people that RuPaul looks the worst?
Thank you for saying that because that's what
I
exactly what I was
absolutely
gonna.
don't.
I was like, oh my
Love
God.
Mother. Mother is Mother, and she don't look bad, but she looks
It's
like
the
she's
fabric.
covered in tinfoil. It's the
fabric.
like
The
we were
fabric is
talking
bad.
about with Cuckoo.
Mhm.
This fabric does not translate. I bet it looks sickening in person, but this
Mhm.
fabric looks like tinfoil on TV.
It does not look good. Like, honestly, fabric choice is everything. Like, you can't. It's really hard to make a bad fabric work. Like,
there had to be a
is.
dud this season. We hadn't had one yet. A full dud. We had not had a full dud on a RuPaul look yet this season. So, Zaldi, you've been doing a good job this season, but
here's why I'm mad at this. Because if RuPaul didn't have this dress on, this could have been the best dress panel of the year.
I know.
Because everyone else, Michelle.
Everyone else.
Michelle suit? Hello? I need
Michelle
that. I want that.
I want that. I want to wear that.
Sickening.
Michelle needs this exact ensemble in 5 other colors to host Down Under season 5. Like, I need
cheetah print. Yes.
Oh, this in cheetah print for her promo for Down Under season 5
with the lined jacket. Yes, yes, absolutely.
Baby.
Can I just say, oh, go ahead.
No, go. Oh, you go ahead.
Um, RuPaul's dress is not great, but it could be if she just cuts off the whole bottom. Take that whole bottom peplum off,
Mm.
make it a short mini dress, and it'll work. It's just too much at the bottom, and that volume at the bottom is just making it really. Mm. I get the vision. I see the vision of this dress. I see it as potential. It's just that bottom just needs to come off, and it needs to be one of Rue's mini dresses. It needs to be, when Rue comes out and
The
has her minis.
Gucci, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, this needs to be a Scoochie dress. She needs to cut it off, and because so much of this fabric is too much, but just a little bit of this fabric with a good silver shoe, a good silver pump, it'll eat. It'll
And then
eat,
the
and
legs.
right, and the leg, and it will go with this panel. It would have gone with this panel so perfectly. We would have been like, yes, best panel of the season because they all are eating. They're giving. It's just the bottom.
Or maybe if it was just if it didn't have the silver and it was just like a metallic red fabric,
Mm, maybe.
and then remove the bottom part, like you said, do
Yeah,
like a Gucci
still a Scoochie
mini dress,
dress.
but with the same silhouette on top with the
Yep,
one shoulder, yeah,
yep,
but
yep.
just a metallic red, like that red is good,
Good
but that
red.
silver looks cheap.
Yeah, I
Because
think you're right.
the color palette here looks really, really good. I would have loved this color palette just in another fabric as well, because the style of this dress overall, I love the
The
style of this dress.
silhouette is good.
The
Yeah.
silhouette is gorgeous. It's a classic RuPaul silhouette that always looks good. Like we're talking about, it's just the fabric choice here that really is bringing down the dress. I agree. I love a Scoochie Woochie on RuPaul. And I think in this case, Lana, I agree
Yep.
with you completely. It would have fit really, really well with the overall ensemble of the panel as well. Now, obviously, she didn't know what everybody else was going to wear, so fair. But I think it would have worked a lot better as a Scoochie Woochie dress.
But yes,
As is, it's not horrible, but it ain't good by any means of the imagination. But also,
Can we talk about the good look?
yes.
There we go. Go ahead.
La Roche.
I was gonna say
Oh,
Law coming out as the damn Tin Man.
Girl,
8.
boots.
Did Law and
The
Michelle
dresses?
just do? Did Law and Michelle do Tin Man and like? Did Michelle do some like full femme version of like the Cowardly Lion? Like, is that what she's going for
Yeah,
here?
because then she would have gone
Nah.
with a different color
And
and
her
some
hair
type
would have
of
bigger.
fur.
Hair.
Maybe,
Her
yeah,
hair
we
would have
should
been
have
So
had
did
bigger.
a
Law?
big
So
hair.
did Law
Yeah,
just go all silver for this?
Yeah.
Was
He
that
just went all
just?
silver. Yeah.
I mean, she looks sickening. So I
I
ain't too mad at it.
wonder, I
no.
wonder if Law actually styled Ariana and Cynthia and was like, they're doing silver-ish
Uh,
stuff or silver, and I'm
I
gonna
don't
do
think
silver
so.
too. I don't know. I
Because
mean,
in Untucked, Ariana and Cynthia said that they both decided to wear Balmain
okay.
and
Yeah.
didn't know that the other was also doing that. So when they sent each other what they were wearing, they were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
both.
look,
How did
Yeah,
this
they both.
happen?"
they're just
They
They
right
both just
here
happen to be
now.
in Balmain.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just here now. They're just here
Yeah.
in sync with each other. It's
And they
cute.
match, and it's just
And I
it just
do
works.
have the two
See,
of
there you
them together,
Incredible.
so we could talk about both of them as well. They just look so good.
What can you say? Look at the material. It speaks for itself. Like,
Ariana Grande is getting up there now. I think she's like 4th on the list all time of most Drag Race guest judging appearances.
it's her and Latoya Jackson, I think.
It's
Right?
her, Latoya Jackson. There's a couple other people that are up there, and I'm not thinking of them at this.
But those are the two that I remember, like, at
Yeah,
least
Latoya
3 or
Jackson
4
and
times.
Ariana Grande are the two that I'm thinking of the most right now. Oh, Suzanne Barsh is up there as well. I think those are the 3
Right.
that are
Yeah.
up there the most. But like, I loved Ari. I loved seeing Ari with Cynthia in this episode. Like, obviously, the two of them together are just
So good.
everything, and they both
Mm.
look so sickening.
Stunning.
What I love the
Listen.
most, and especially like seeing all of the Wicked preseason press and everything like that, I love seeing Cynthia Erivo's legs. Thank you. Thank you for giving us legs.
Or
They're kind of doing like opposite silhouettes because like Cynthia is going like this, and then Ariana's going like it's so good.
I live.
they're
But
great.
let's talk about our design challenge looks. Do we want to talk about them individually or together?
I want to do individually because I think they
Okay.
deserve their own. Since y'all talked about it as a team on the recap,
Yeah.
let's do
Yeah.
individually here.
Because
Okay,
the
then-
challenge itself was
Yeah.
in pairs, but
Right.
for the
Yes.
looks, it's they
Indeed. So then let's go ahead and start here with Miss Diabetica.
I love the choice of the fabrics, mixing the purple and the blue. And it's a lined cape that she's wearing.
Mhm.
Like she lined it with purple. It's so cool. This cape that she created is, I'm calling it a cape. I don't know if it's a jacket, whatever. That stunning.
Mhm.
I love the addition of the plumes and then it going into the hair as well. And then the makeup with the contacts was such a smart choice and it really worked. I think this is a very good look overall, and she
Mhm.
was very successful in sticking to her aesthetic, but also giving the brief of what they were asked.
I like this look. I really think this is such a good look. It was one of my favorites that I saw. I love, like you said, this cape jacket, whatever it is, good. And the fact that she lined it with the purple, we all know how design challenges people sometimes don't line it, and it's just like, oh, she put in the extra work, and I like that extra. In it. I love the plumes. I like the silhouette. I like how she accessorized it. I'm a fan of this. I thought it was really a really good look for her. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think Daya did a great job, especially with the time constraints that they had. The amount of work that Daya was able to put into this look is really impressive. The detail work with all of the feather plumage, whatever they ended up making it out of, because I know they were doing all of the patterning in the workroom, whatever it ended up being made out of, I think was really, really impressive. The coat here, it being lined, everything like that was really, really cool. I mean, the what it comes down to for me is that the garment itself is just the coat. And I wish there was an additional piece to it that just added to it, because then otherwise it's like a coat with the belt and a panty and a shoe. And that's kind of like, I just wanted the overall ensemble to be a little bit more elevated for this challenge specifically. I don't think it's bad by any means of the imagination, and the performance of it was very good as well. But I just wanted something a little bit more elevated for this first challenge, for me personally. So, scores.
83.
So the Maleficent vibe just gave me. I gave it an 85.
81. And then moving on to Miss Ginge Minj.
Okay, so Ginger, she succeeded in giving us the good witch, the brief, right? And she looks good with the makeup and the hair. All of that looks good. Overall, she looks good with this dress. But the construction of it is it is an outfit made of materials that is on her body. Let's be honest. Does it fit her? Yes. Does it look okay? Yes. I don't like the cuff, the arm cuff that goes like over the elbow for what? Why? The shoe is criminal. And my favorite part of this look is the train that she is like that kind of train that she's kind of carrying that has like kind of layers. It looks like that's pretty. It gives mermaid to me. But I can't stop looking at the shoes. Oh my God. This was fine. It was serviceable to me.
Um, I think it's the dress, the garment itself is fine. It's on her body. It fits. What drives me mad is the unfinished like hymns of everything, and everything is so unfinished. And after watching years and years of Project Runway, it drives me bananas to see raggedy hemlines and raggedy like tattered bottom. Like this bottom is driving me crazy. I just like cut it off. Like fix that. Like don't come out with it looking. And if that's what you're trying to do, I hate that style. I hate that tattered rag tie, And if you're supposed to be the good witch, you're supposed to be good. Like the good witch is all about perfection and being good. And like we ain't never see Glinda in a whole, I know they're not doing Glinda, but I'm just saying as a good witch. You don't see the good witch vibes as someone who's tattered and unkempt. And that's what that looks like. It looks very tattered and unkempt. I agree with you about these arm cuff bands. Like, why? Why is it a glove? If it's not a glove, because it's not, you don't have a full glove.
It's
If
not
it's
a
just a
glove. It's not a sleeve.
it's not a sleeve. It's like, what is it? Like, give me if it's a cuff, chop half of it off and just make it a cuff. Like, not a whole arm band. Like, I don't like
It's
that.
wild.
It's wild. And yes, the shoe is criminal. I don't like the shoe. Like, what is that strap? What is that strap? Why is that
And then with
strap
the
there?
tights, and she has
And
tights,
the
and then you
same
have the
tights.
toe, the
It's
the
just
the tie showing.
tie and a toe.
It's an
Like, why are
open
you wearing
toe.
open toe shoes with tights? No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am. Not an open. Ginger, like I said, I'm sure you're a lovely woman. I don't know who you are yet. But my goodness, please stop wearing open toe shoes with tights because, please and thank you. But the dress itself isn't a bad dress. This is where it's confusing to me. This is where I'm torn with this whole look. The dress is not bad. The wig is actually pretty good. Her makeup, okay. Y'all say that's her POV. Maybe not for me. But the tattered ends and not the hems being good is driving me insane.
I feel so vindicated. Thank you, Lana. Because these
We
motherfuckers
got
yesterday in
you.
the recap, these motherfuckers in the recap yesterday looked at me like I was fucking crazy up in here talking about the hemline of the neck on Ginger's garment yesterday. Everyone except for River looked at me like I was fucking crazy. So thank you.
It's
Thank
the
you.
hems everywhere. It's the
It's the
neck. It's the
hems.
arms. It's the
Everywhere you
bottom.
look,
Everywhere
Look,
you
there
look, it's
there's a
isn't.
hem.
there.
No,
There isn't a
there isn't
hem.
a hem. There isn't.
He's
Not a hem in
I mean,
sight.
look at the sleeve. Look at the
I'm
sleeve and how it's
aware.
tattered. And then the bottom, it's just
Lana,
driving me
Lana,
crazy.
my love, you are preaching to the choir
You
here.
know, Logan. You know how we are about
I
watching Pro. You know.
And I said it yesterday, and people looked at me crazy.
I
And
got
this
your
is
back.
why I love you.
I got your back,
Thank
boo.
you. And I thank you. Because River, you were
Same
there.
page.
You saw
Same
how
page.
the people looked at me fucking crazy.
I saw, but I was like, I do not need to add anything to this. Y'all
Nope.
fight each
Nope.
other.
With that being said, I actually think the aesthetic of the garment is really pretty. The aesthetic of what she created is really pretty. There's not a hem in sight, and that's why. And I said it in the recap. The lack of a hem anywhere should have prevented them from winning this challenge. I'm sorry. I love Daya. I love Ginger. I love these two queens down. But the lack of a hem anywhere on that garment should have prevented them both from winning this challenge.
And the fact that none of the judges even brought it up.
That's crazy.
Like
Oh,
a
at
quick
all.
mention.
Oh,
At
that's
all.
crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Michelle not saying anything
at
about
all.
it. Crazy.
Wild. Like the way they nitpick everything else. Wild.
The way they nitpick Acid Betty's skirt and then said nothing about this. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Anyway, the aesthetic of what Ginger created here, though, I do live for. I would have loved, though, if the skirt was like 2 inches shorter, though, because unfortunately, Ginger looks tiny here.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger looks tiny.
Yeah, the length.
So I would have
Weird.
loved, but I do love all of this fabric coming off of here though, and then connecting it to the wrist cuff. I do love that for Ginger. I just would have loved if the actual skirt part was 2 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there were hems. But
Yeah.
otherwise, the actual aesthetic that she ended up going for, I think is really pretty. So scores.
To contrast with her being the good witch, I gave this a 66
Mhm.
because I can't give it another 6.
All right.
Fair.
I give this a 62. I need him.
I love the Ginger Minj. I love the Ginger Minj. I am gonna give her a 69 because I think it's funny.
Nice.
And she would appreciate that, and so would her husband, who I've
Wonderful.
spoken to several times. Her husband's lovely. Shout out to CJ. Next up, let's talk about Alyssa Hunter.
Mhm. I do want to, before we talk about the actual looks, I want to quickly mention this star.
Baby, the
almost-
star.
Why? Throw it. This for real, actually now for real. Burn it, throw it away.
Throw away the stars, throw away the star, baby. I'm sorry.
Girl,
throw away the
no.
star.
No, they didn't need it. It made it. That made me so upset when they got that out. I was so upset. But anyways, on to the good things, which is Miss Alyssa Hunter. Baby, this, I don't understand any of the negative comments that the judges made on this look. I don't get it. I don't see it. This is sickening. This was a great look. It gave Wicked Witch. It was creative. She looked good. It looked well made. Like, this was one of my favorite looks of the night. I don't get it. It's so good. It's so good. The hair? Stop it.
This was my favorite look of the night. This was so good to me. I enjoyed
It was mine.
this.
I'm sorry. I just checked my score. I'm like, actually, it was my favorite look of the night.
It was- it
Period.
is definitely my favorite look of the night. This dress, I love all the details in the shoulders where it's just coming up and around the head, and it frames her face, and it goes along into the wig with it stick. All that up, right? Love that. The color red looks amazing on her. This is such a good red. I love the hips and the exaggerated hips and the things on it. It's so good. And then the boot, everything is just perfectly matched. Like, you sometimes see the reds and the reds don't match, and it just bothers me to no end when you see so many different reds because everything is just red. But this is a perfectly matched red. I like the red thing in her hair. All this is really good. I think she looks sensational. This was just a good look. This was just pretty. It was evilly, wickedly good. It was wickedly good. And I appreciated this. I appreciate this a lot.
This was also my favorite look of the night. I think Alyssa did such a phenomenal job in this challenge. I said it in the recap. These two should have been the top 2 of the week, but they ain't gonna put Puerto Rico at the top because they never have and they never will unless it's Ginger. I love Ginger Minj, but I think Alyssa knocked this out of the park here. I think the ensemble is great. The color palette was gorgeous. The right amount of skin showing on the leg here is absolutely stunning. The proportion that they were able to create on both garments, we'll talk about Cuckoo here in a second, but I think the proportions that they were able to create with all of this cardboard and the construction that they created in such a short period of time, I don't think the judges highlighted just how good they both did with such a short period of time. Like, I was genuinely impressed with Alyssa here, and Cuckoo for that matter. But I think Alyssa knocked this out of the park. She looked stunning. She presented it so well. Work, bitch. Work, bitch. Scores.
86.
95.
93.
Mhm.
And let's move on to I didn't know this cuckoo was happening today.
I like the idea and the vision. I see where it was going. I see the vision. I get it. The execution is not good. It is not. For me. Um, I like the creativity of having, all of the mix of the fabrics, the petals coming out here. I get it. I didn't think it was executed well. It didn't look aesthetically pleasing. It looked unfinished. It was ill-fitting. The length is weird. But it's not horrible. It's not a horrible look. It's just not good necessarily. It's almost there for me. It's a good draft, I would say. But not fully realized. It was unfortunately my least favorite, but like I said, it is not a horrible look by any means. It just, for All Stars,
I think I happen to agree with you. I see the vision. I see what she was going for, and the vision would be great. I think a little editing eye would have been good for this. Like the placement of the petals on the dress is kind of off for me, and I see like where it's supposed to be like out, looks like a cutout on the hip or up this, or is that a corset, a white corset, whatever it
So, it,
is.
so it's a corset with this like floral fabric covered over it, and then it's
Okay.
like, and then that's covering this like the base blue dress because I saw them constructing that in the workroom.
Okay. I would have rather showed a little bit more of the corset and make it look like a cutout because it's like
Mm.
move the petals over. It's just I think the layout of the petals and whatever this thing is in the middle, like a chest plate, it looks like a little chest plate right there. I don't know what that's there for because I think the petal part up here on the going up to the neck, I think that's gorgeous. I think if she would have did more of that instead of those or and less of those petals. Like I don't like them on the arm. I don't like it how it's just going down in a row. Like it's just going down to the bottom of the skirt. And I wish the skirt hit the floor. I'm be honest. I'm picking Logan right here. Like let the skirt hit the floor. But
Yep.
I do like the color. I like the cape that she has behind it. I think this wig is good for this look. Could have been a little bigger, but I think it's good for this look. And her makeup is pretty. So there are things that I like, but I'm not a fan of the shoe either, by the way. But I don't know. But the color's
I
nice.
compl- I completely disagree. I don't think this is bad by any means of the imagination. Like I really don't think this is bad.
Hmm.
And there are things that can be altered. I agree completely. I wish it hit the floor. I don't like the singular column of petals that are kind of like going down to the bottom of the dress, but honestly, it fits her well. I like that we've got this kind of breakup of like we've got the floral stuff going on in the middle of the garment that's kind of breaking up the blue of the base dress. I like the petals coming off on the top of the garment. I do wish they were kind of like spread out a little bit more so you saw a little bit more of her face. But I like the cape in the back. I like the hair. I like the makeup. Like I don't think this is bad at all.
I think you just agree with everything we just said. I just said because I think
No,
I
I'm disagreeing with River. I'm not disagreeing with
oh
you.
I was saying I
I
think we
think
just
I think we can all agree that we would change many things. It's just how much we like or don't like it is different.
hmm
Yeah.
But we all kind
yeah.
of agree on the things that need to be
We all know what's
tweaked
the
I
and
think
editing
changed.
I
that needs to
think
happen.
Yeah.
I am the person here that thinks it is the most successful ensemble.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I think it really works. And I think in tandem,
Mm-hmm.
when we work in tandem,
I'm done.
I think in tandem, like I said in the recap, like for me, in each pairing, there was one person who did really, really well and one person that struggled. of the people that struggled in each pairing, who do I think was the person that did the best overall in each pairing? It was Cuckoo. And that's why I think, ultimately, I think that's why they should have won. But that's beyond the point. I'm just judging Cuckoo here in this isolated moment. So, scores for my fair Cuckoo.
Like I said, it's kind of halfway there. So 55.
I gave it a 70. There's just a few tweaks that need to happen.
I gave her a 75. Let's move next to Denali.
Okay, so one quick thing about just them as a duo. I love that they both added the, I don't know how to name it, but like the star thing.
Like
the thing that the pointy thing that they put it on the garments, right? One has silver and one has gold because of the fire and ice thing. I like that they both have that element, that same element in both garments to tie it together, because they are doing very opposite aesthetics. So I do like that idea that they had together. But onto Denali specifically, I really like the idea and the concept of this. And it's just the construction could be better, but with the time and the materials that they were given, I think she still did a good job with what they had, right? But I love the silhouette. The fabric is beautiful. But the fabric is not forgiving. So it is stunning, but it does not forgive anything that is happening underneath it, and we can see it all. Like I said, for this, it's a design challenge. It's more about the concept than the execution in a way, but it needs to be polished to a certain degree, at least to me, right? But I do really love the silhouette of the dress. The styling is great. The hair and the makeup, stunning. Their presentation together was also great. It fits her perfectly. Like the skirt, like everything besides like the things that are happening on the bodice, everything fits her perfectly. So I still really enjoyed it, but I do wish that it was a bit more polished, especially on the top part.
So this dress to me reminds me of something. I don't know if Logan can hear me, but they might agree with me if they can. This dress, I mean, the way it's shaped and the way it's uh, constructed gives me a lot of Vespes look
Sure did.
in French, and especially with that thing, the pointy thing that we were talking about. It gave me Vespi vibes. I was waiting for it to start peeling off like like Vespi's dress, but it looked that very Grecian goddess type
Like, this is what we
silhouette.
wanted Vespi to do.
Right, this is what we wanted her to do, and it to actually work correctly. Oh, Vespi, I love you, but
Denali and Vespi are very much so in the same drag universe. I would say that they occupy the same drag planet for me, and I've never put them together until this moment. And actually, the more that I think about it, I live.
Yeah, I do. That's what caught my eye as soon as it popped up. I was like, why is this giving me Vespi vibes? This dress is making me remind me of Vespi. Was that a design challenge? I think it was. Oh no, it was a reveal challenge. It was a reveal challenge. No,
she
because
brought that.
oh yeah, she brought that. But yeah, she brought that. It just didn't work. But yeah,
It didn't work.
But I like this. I agree with you, River. This fabric is beautiful, but not forgiving. It is definitely showing every bump, every lump, every move. It's going to show everything. But luckily for Denali, she doesn't have a lot of bumps and lumps and things that's going to, distract from it. She looks really, really good in this. I think it's very pretty. I just think it's very simple. It's simple, pretty, but it's effective. It's nice. Well, I won't say it's effective. It's nice. It's pretty simple and nice. Um, I do like the hair, the makeup. I like that she put the spike thingy in her hair to make it tie it together. It's really pretty. I think it's pretty. I love this shoulder thing that's coming up off the shoulder. I love that. I just want it. I don't know what more I want. I just want a little bit more. And I feel like the fabric at the bottom is a little too much fabric. I don't know if I wanted to cut it or slit or something. Something. I don't know what, but
It might be this photo because this photo
maybe.
is in movement.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think in the still, it worked for me because it hit the floor perfectly. I think this photo is in movement, so it's looking like it's bunching up a little bit.
Whoever is choosing the pictures for the RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram is very homophobic. I don't get it.
And only in this bracket, because otherwise the photos have been pretty good. Like, I don't get it. But yeah, I went Vespi immediately as well, Lana, especially the hair. I do love in Untucked that Denali was talking to Ariana Grande, and she immediately was like, "Oh, I wore this hair specifically because I know you love showgirls, so I wore my Nomi Malone hair." I was like, "Well, yes,
Yeah.
of course." It's so Nomi, and I love it. I love the Scaparelli reference. I got it immediately as well. I think it's such a good reference to do for a challenge like this. I just wish she had gone with anything other than Ice Queen, because I love Denali, but I just am kind of tired of seeing the Ice Queen aesthetic. And if we get any more runways of her doing an Ice Queen aesthetic, I'm worried for Denali moving forward in this bracket. But beyond that, I think this...
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, this garment itself, it's fine. It's fine.
What I wanted to add is just... Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Go for it. Go for it, baby.
I thought you were done. No, just
because
when Lana was talking, I was like, this dress reminded me of something, and I couldn't put my finger on what it was.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if any of y'all have watched Gossip Girl.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
But if you have, you know that dress that Jenny makes for Vanessa that has no lining, and that she looks, when the light hits, she's just naked under it. It reminded me of that dress because of this fabric. Like that's what it gave me. Like that was the one thing that came to my head. Yeah. Because it just shows everything that is happening underneath it.
Oh yeah. No, 100%. And I mean, that's exactly what it is. Like you can see the corset, you can see the pad, you can see, like, you see all of it. But and you can see the cardboard and the materials made for, like, everything like that. It's unfortunate. Like, it's still successful. Good. It's still good. That's the problem, is like she still looks really good. The ensemble is good. It's a simple column dress, but it's done in such a successful way that, like, I can't be fundamentally upset at this look. She sold it in a great way. The ensemble here was good. It's good. That's really all I have to say about it from Denali. So scores
82,
78.
82. And I was going to skip to another slide, but there isn't another slide because last up, Acid Betty.
My favorite queen from this bracket, obsessed. My favorite part about this is the hair and makeup. However, I do love the look of the overall ensemble. I like it, but my favorite part is the hair and makeup for sure. I do really love this bodice part that she created. I do wish, however, that she either had a little bit more hip or was just the tiniest bit more cinched. I just needed a little bit more of a waist, but honestly, just a scotch, just a little bit. And then, so like from the waist up, it's really good. And then the skirt is fine. It is not bad. It goes well. It matches everything else. It flows well on the runway when she's walking. It makes sense with the whole concept. But it is my least favorite part of the look, and I think it could have been maybe you didn't have to be a skirt. I wish she didn't go with a gown. I wish she went with a different silhouette. But maybe like a sickening pair of pants or something. I don't know, something else other than just a draped skirt, because it doesn't really make sense aesthetically with what's going on the top of the outfit. If the top was different, then I wouldn't mind the skirt that much. It just, to me, doesn't go well together. But individually, it's fine. But they had together my favorite story overall.
I overall, just looking at this picture, looking at this outfit, I like it. I think it's the aesthetic of it, like, is very pleasing to my eye from head. I like the hair, the makeup, the chest. I think overall I like this look. I think it's a good look. I think the skirt itself is like you said, fine. It's not horrible. It's not bad. It's just like, oh, okay, I get what she was doing. I like, if you were going to do a shredded look, this is how I would like it done, but still have clean hemlines and things like that. Um, I think this is a fine dress. I'm not naturally opposed to it. I have a like a ugh. I just don't, it's nothing spectacular, but it's good. I think overall I wouldn't I think this is perfectly safe. This is perfectly safe, perfectly good. I'm not mad at it.
And I mean, that's exactly how I feel as well, Lana. I think it's a perfectly good, perfectly fine ensemble. I wish, now that you're saying pants, River, I wish this was pants. I
All of
really
those
do.
pants would be great.
I think pants would have gotten them the win. I'm gonna be honest. I think a sickening pair of Anastasia Beverly Hills pants really would have just gotten. No, I'm kidding. I think pants really would
Ooh.
have sold this over the top. I think the skirt is fine as is, but Law kind of clocked it. It just kind of looked like a simple kind of skirt, and I really think Acid put a lot. Well, she clearly put a lot of work into the script, and the script was good, but there was a lot of work put into the acting and the performance part, and then when it came down to it, like the dress kind of suffered ultimately. It's not bad by any means of the imagination. What I have the biggest difficulty with, and I said it with Denali, and I'm going to say it here with Acid, we've seen this wig and we've seen this exact makeup on Acid, the literal exact color scheme and makeup from Acid. I'm worried. I love Acid. I would love to see Acid advance out of this bracket, but I'm worried now.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting her to win the design challenge.
I was expecting her to win the design challenge outright.
Yeah, but Logan, I was thinking, the one thing for me that I'm like, it makes sense is that Acid's, like the things that she creates, the outfits that she creates are so, it takes more time. With the time that they have on Drag Race, she's not able to do the same looks that she would normally. So I'm like,
I counter you with the Moneyball look from season 8.
Right.
That she should have won, and she talked about it in this episode.
I know, but like you said, because she had to spend time writing the script, that time, if they didn't have that part of the, but if they didn't have that part of the challenge,
Denali could have.
Well, they could have split it, but like, my point is, if she didn't have to do that, she would have had more time to work on her outfit and probably maybe would have had something better and they would have won. But
I agree.
It is what it is.
It sure is.
It is. 83.
I'll give it an 80.
I also gave it an 80. And that is that on that for this here occasion. So, with all that being said, thank you for joining us for this lovely Look Over Here episode. We'll be back next week with a recap and a look over here for episode 8. Who knows what the runway will be? Something. And we'll be here to talk about it. So subscribe, like, and share on the way out. Make sure to check out our recap with the gorgeous Freya Armani if you have not already. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch, including but not limited to cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers, y'all.
Cheers.